The past couple of months, I have really been craving my juicy fragrances. So in today's video, I decided to share my most juicy fragrances in my collection with you all. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the fragrances, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Ayesha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So like I said, this summer I have really been into my fruity fragrances. Previous to this summer, fruity fragrances were not really like my go-to for the summer. I was more into coconut, and I'm still into my coconut fragrances, but I've just been loving fruity fragrances lately. I did do a fruity fragrance video in the spring that I will link for you all. Some of the fragrances mentioned in this video may be duplicates, but it's not just the same list over and over, because these are the fragrances, in my opinion, are the juiciest fragrances in my collection. So I feel like I have different types of fruity fragrances. Some are more fruity floral, some are more dense, heavy, thick vanilla type fruity scents. All of these are very juicy smelling. That's what I think when I smell them. They give me that very juicy, fun type of feeling. So let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance that I have to share with you is from Wilhelm Perfumery, and this one is Mango Skin. So as the name would imply, this is a mango fragrance. However, this mango is not an overly ripe mango. To me, this smells like a very fresh, bright mango. It also smells like there may be grapefruit or some other type of sharper citrus in this fragrance. And to me, the name kind of really describes what this fragrance smells like. It smells like the skin of a mango, because there is some greenness in this as well. Now, what I will say is this fragrance is quite unique. So although it's a mango fragrance, and I'm saying it's juicy and all that, it is. But this one I don't really think is a safe blind buy, because it does have that green touch to it. And when it dries down, there is this red wine note that comes out on my skin that I think will bother some people. In my opinion, I love it. I love the journey that this fragrance goes on, and I think the red wine doesn't make me smell sour or anything like that. But I can see how some people would not like that. So I definitely think that if you're interested in mango skin, you should try to get a sample, or even the smaller bottles that they sell. They sell like I think a 10 ml or a 12 ml bottle. So maybe try out one of those at a more reasonable price point before you just jump right in like I did. I did blind buy this, but y'all know that's what I do. So anyway, I do love this fragrance. It's quite refreshing. It's fun, but it's still sophisticated as well. Love it for daytime use. So again, that is Mango Skin by Wilhelm Perfumery. So the next fragrance that I have to share with you is probably the sweetest fragrance in this video. This is from Molinart, and this is Vanille Fruité. So this is a fruity vanilla fragrance, just like the name says. To me, when I smell this, I get a lot of juicy fruits. I don't know what type of fruits. To me, this smells like just a mix of a lot of sweet, juicy, tropical fruits. And then you have this sweet vanilla with it. So I almost didn't include this fragrance because I plan on doing a video that's kind of centered on like sweeter fragrances that are still hot weather appropriate. So I was going to wait to just include it in that. But I felt like I needed to include this because I don't hear a lot about this fragrance on the internet, and I actually happen to love it. And although it is sweet, I still think it just gives me juicy vibes. It just smells juicy to me when I smell it. I love this fragrance. It's addicting to smell, and it's not too thick or too heavy to wear at the highest point in the summer. So again, that is Vanille Fruité from Molinart. The next fragrance is one from Imperial Fragrances, and this is Ocean V or Ocean 5. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful. They sent this to me, I think last year. The company sent it to me, and I have really been enjoying it this summer. So to me, when I smell this, I just get juicy vibes. I need to stop saying that because all of these fragrances give me that juicy, like mouth-watering type sense, but it really, really does. So this is a juicy, fruity fragrance. The fruits that I think I smell when I smell this are mango, some sort of melon. I don't know if it's watermelon or some other type of melon. To me, it kind of smells like watermelon. And then also I smell something very tropical, possibly guava. I'm not that experienced with guava, y'all. I've had guava juice before and all, but I don't eat guava, so Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's what it smells like to me, just from my memory. It's very just fruity and fun. It's kind of transparent. It's not heavy at all. I think there are some florals in this, but to me, this is just a very kind of fruity, watery, juicy type fragrance. Really, really beautiful. Perfect for super hot days. It smells quite refreshing. And it's fun and playful without being juvenile. So again, that is Imperial Fragrances Ocean V. The next fragrance is from the House of Oud, and this is Keep Glazed. I feel like I talk about this one a lot, but I honestly thoroughly enjoy wearing this year round, but particularly in the warm weather. So this is another mango fragrance. Y'all know I was on a mango kick last summer, and so I have a lot of mango fragrances in my collection, but this is one that stands out. So even if you don't think you like mango, this may be one you want to try, because to me, you can definitely smell the mango in here, but there are other tropical fruits as well. I'm pretty sure guava. There is a lemon note in this fragrance that gives it a bit of coolness. But overall, I just get a very juicy, fruity feel from this fragrance. There also smells like there are some woods in the back of this fragrance, and that really grounds it. So if I had to pick, like out of all the fragrances I'm mentioning today, I guess this one would be the least juicy per se, but it still smells juicy to me. It just smells mouth-watering in my opinion, even though I wouldn't technically want to eat this. It doesn't smell like food. It definitely still has that juicy mouth-watering feel to it. So again, that is Keep Glazed from the House of Oud. The next fragrance is a newer one to my collection, but it's one that's been on my wish list for forever. And this is Dolce & Gabbana Pineapple. So this one is just a very juicy pineapple scent. Yeah, that's what it smells like to me. A very fresh, juicy, sweet pineapple. When I spray this on my skin, it almost smells like I'm spraying juice, but not that simple. So I'm saying spraying juice, like pineapple juice on my skin, but it's honestly not that simple, but that's the type of feel I get when I spray this fragrance. This is a very sweet, easygoing type of scent without being boring. I love it. The pineapple in this does not smell juvenile. Sometimes I have smelled some pineapple products. They can go the way of smelling like a cleaning product, which is weird because I don't really have pineapple scented cleaning products. But like I have a pineapple room spray, and I have some other pineapple scented things that I've tried, even some pineapple like lotions and that type of thing. And to me, they kind of smell almost sickly, like you can't smell them too long. That's not the type of pineapple that's in this. This smells just very fresh and very pure and delicious. So again, that is Dolce & Gabbana Pineapple. The next fragrance that I have is another one from Dolce & Gabbana, and this is 3 Pear Trees. So this fragrance is an oldie, but it is a goodie. I still love this fragrance. This is a watermelon fragrance that just smells extremely juicy. It has this watery feel to it. It's something very transparent about it. Now, in addition to the watermelon, you also have some rhubarb in this fragrance, which gives it a tart nature. So to me, although this fragrance is sweet, it's not too sweet. That tartness really just helps to kind of give you that like lip pucker type feel. But it doesn't go too sour either. It's just really well balanced and beautiful, quite refreshing. I love wearing this on a super hot day, especially if I'm going to be outside, because it never feels overpowering. It's never too much. It's not a strong scent, and it has that watery, juicy feel. So again, that is D&G 3 Pear Trees. So this next fragrance is a little different than all the other ones I've mentioned, because this one is about the cherry note. So the fragrance I'm referring to is Wild Cherry by Mancera. So this one has a very juicy cherry note in it, which is why I included it. When I think about cherry, I don't always think about summer scents, because a lot of cherry fragrances can be mixed with tobacco. They can be quite heavy, can be with vanilla. This one to me smells like a juicy cherry scent that has some fizziness to it. So if you're thinking like a cherry soda, it kind of reminds me of something like that. So this is one cherry fragrance that I do wear during hot weather. It doesn't feel too heavy, and it's in this video, so it smells quite juicy. It does have a little bit of something to it, like some sort of spice in this as well. But again, it's not heavy. It's something that feels completely appropriate in hot weather, but also feels quite appropriate in cold weather too. So I think it's actually quite versatile. If you're looking to try a cherry fragrance, maybe you should check this one out. In my opinion, it does not go that cough syrup route, and it also doesn't go that heavy, thick route that a lot of cherry fragrances can go. So again, that is Mancera Wild Cherry. This next fragrance I actually talked about in my most recent video, which I will link for you all. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this fragrance, but I definitely felt like it needed to be included because it smells juicy to me. So we are talking about Lolita Lympica Oh My Biche. This is my peach Bellini scent. The peach in this fragrance just smells quite juicy. And then you have this syrupy smell as well, and a fizzy sort of champagne, sparkling wine type smell as well. This one is a pretty light scent, so definitely perfect for hot days. And perfect for brunch if you're into Bellinis like I am. So again, that is Oh My Biche from Lolita Lympica. This next fragrance is one from Tom Ford, and this is a Bitter Peach. Now, I almost didn't include this fragrance because although this is a juicy smelling fragrance to me, it has some depth to it. So to me, this smells like a juicy, boozy peach fragrance with some patchouli in there. This one is kind of thick and heavy. So I know for a lot of people, you may not want to wear this during the summertime. I actually wore this in the winter and thought it worked out quite well, but I have been sneaking and wearing it some like summer nights, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I don't like to wear this on the hottest of days outside just because it feels too thick and too dense for me, but I do like it for summer nights, so I definitely wanted to include it, and it definitely smells quite juicy. Like the peach in this is just, when I smell this, I just think about like an oozing peach. That sounds gross, but you know how all the Tom Ford ads, they're all like very sexy, and it's always like a woman with juicy lips biting into a fruit. Like this fragrance smells like that to me. Like I feel like if you look at any of the Tom Ford ads for their Bitter Peach collection that they have now, yeah, they fit, and they definitely fit this fragrance. So again, that is Bitter Peach from Tom Ford. So I feel like this next fragrance is a little bit of a cheat, but we'll get into why in just a second. So this one is another one from Dolce Gabbana, and this is Dolce Garden. So the reason I'm saying this is a bit of a cheat is because when you look at the notes for this fragrance, I'm not even sure if there are any fruits in there in the notes, or if there are, there aren't a lot. This is mainly, looking at the notes, a floral coconut scent. But when I smell this, I get juicy tropical fruits. I'm not the only one, but I know that that's not the experience for everybody. But when I smell this, I get like a bowl of juicy tropical fruits. No lie. I get the coconut too, and it definitely gives some sweetness and some creaminess. And I also get some florals in the background. But for me overall, this smells like a juicy fruit fragrance. So this one probably should have been an honorable mention, but hey, whatever. It's my video, and this is a juicy fragrance to me. So anyway, I love this fragrance. I think it's gorgeous. I think that it smells unique, even though it's a fruity designer fragrance, and it's quite accessible. So again, that is Dolce Garden from Dolce & Gabbana. This next fragrance is from Kajal, and this is Lamar. So this fragrance is definitely YouTube popular. I just got this a couple months ago, but I've been loving this since I got it. I cannot get enough. This is a juicy, ripe pineapple scent again, but this one definitely has some depth to it. To me, this smells very sweet, but also a little bit woody, and it also has a bit of an airy quality to it. The way it sits on the skin is just perfection. It's long lasting. It projects well. I have a whole video about this fragrance, so we're not going to spend a lot of time here, but this is like the epitome of a juicy pineapple scent to me. I love it. I love this scent, y'all. It's so good, and it's quite unique, and I feel like this is one you just have to get your nose on, because no matter how I try to tell you how good it is, I feel like I'm not doing it justice. Yeah. Anyway, again, this is Kajal Lamar. So this next fragrance is from the House of Sillage, and this is Haute Bijou. So this fragrance is a pretty girl, juicy, fruity fragrance. The reason I call it a pretty girl fragrance is because it just smells very feminine to me. It smells sweet. It smells lovely. It smells elegant. It smells fun, but in a kind of reserved kind of way. I love it. Now, this is not one that I find myself reaching for that often, even though I do really enjoy it. And I think it's because it gives me those pretty girl vibes. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, I do like my pretty girl, very feminine scents, but I have to kind of be in the mood for them. Like, I'm more of like a jeans t-shirt kind of girl. I feel like my pretty girl fragrances, I need to be wearing a dress, you know? Like, I need to be wearing a maxi dress or a sundress and going to like lunch with the ladies or something. I don't know. I'm very weird when it comes to how I pick my fragrances for the day. But I do love this one, even though I don't get enough wear out of it. It's absolutely gorgeous and very, like, I think if you're looking for that juicy, fruity type fragrance, but you want something that's very refined, this is one that you should try to get your nose on. I know they do sell these they sell them at some Neiman Marcus locations. I'm not sure about Saks, but I know Neiman Marcus, a lot of them do carry House of Sillage. So if you can get into a local store, maybe go get your nose on it. If you fall in love, I wouldn't necessarily say buy it from them because y'all know House of Sillage always runs sales. So yeah, I would just keep checking the House of Sillage website if you're interested in this, because oftentimes it does go on sale for like 50% off. So why pay full price if you don't have to? Like, that's my motto anyway. So again, that is Haute Bijou from House of Sillage. So this last fragrance, I saved for last because honestly, it's the one that made me want to do this video. I wore it the other day and I feel like it had been probably like a month since I wore it. But I wore it the other day and I was just like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. And y'all are probably going to be surprised by what it is. But this is Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. This is so good, y'all. I am an OG Flower Bomb lover. And to me, this does smell like the original Flower Bomb. However, this has this juiciness to it that I just cannot get over. I believe peach is a note in this fragrance, and I think that's what's giving it the juiciness. But to me, I don't really get peach. I just get like this overwhelming juiciness. The florals are there, but overall, this smells like a juicy, fruity, floral in the background type fragrance. It still has that patchouli that Flower Bomb has, but in this one, I do think it's less. So it's definitely appropriate for warm weather. Also, if you have tried the OG Flower Bomb and you thought it was too strong to wear in the heat, try this one, because this one like shines in the heat. The juiciness just really comes out on my skin, the sweetness, and I love this fragrance, y'all. I love it. So again, that is Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. So those were the juiciest fragrances in my collection. Let me know in the comments below if you have any juicy fragrances that you can't get enough of. Also, if you've tried any of the fragrances that I mentioned here, let us know what you think of them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That helps my channel to grow, and I really appreciate all the support you all have been giving me. So keep giving it to me, please. Anyway, if you're not already following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me over there as well. I'm always giving you guys sneak peeks, chit-chatting with you in my DMs, and talking to y'all on my Instagram stories. So definitely check me out over there. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.